beautiful and how wonderful a place this is. Everybody's been so awesome to us. They've been so kind and accommodating, and we've really, really enjoyed it. But let me tell you a little bit about myself. As Doug mentioned, and we've kind of seen a few things about a 12-week program, and people talked about the coach and how important that is. I started with Unicity as a coach about 5 years ago, and at that time, the CEO of our company, Stuart Hughes, sat down and he was just racking his brain. You know, we've got all these products, as we just learned about from Darlene, that do amazing, incredible things. All these products can do so much to really better the lives of all these people, to solve all these problems that people have. But what if we could do something to help people use them correctly, use them consistently, so they could really maximize the potential of the products, right? If people use them right, they will change their lives, right? And that was the thought he had and the direction he was trying to go when he said, hey, let's put something together where people can combine these products with expert coaching, somebody to teach them about the product, let them know what it's going to do for them, but couple that with proper nutrition, a customized exercise program, do all these things to help them really reach their health potential, right? To help them improve their lives. And so about that time is when I had the opportunity to come on board at Unicity. When we were developing this, and it was kind of something that we were trying to figure out as we went, right? We've come such a long way in 5 years, and to tell you kind of a bit of how I got there, I myself, as a young guy, went to school with hopes of going to medical school, right? I mean, all these problems we just talked about, there's so many people who suffer from heart disease, diabetes, and other ailments, and I thought, you know, I enjoy helping people, and who helps people more than doctors, right? I mean, all these people go to them, they sit down, and they help them figure out how to solve their problems and feel better, is what I thought, right? So as I went through my undergraduate degree, I have a degree in exercise science, and so my background's in exercise physiology. What happens within the body when you exercise? Why is it so beneficial to you? A lot of nutrition classes, a lot of anatomy classes. So really, all these things were to understand how the body works. And the body is such an incredible thing and can do so many incredible things and take care of us if we will do the same to it, right? And as I sat in these classes, hoping to one day go to medical school, and learning about what the body can do and how amazing it was, I got closer and closer to the end of my undergraduate degree. I was actually just a few weeks away from actually applying to schools to go on to grad school, and the wheels are just turning in my head. Do I really want to go on and do this? Do I really want to be the person that everybody goes to when it's too late? I mean, look at all these things I've learned. There's so much you can do to prevent it. There's so much you can do before you get to the doctor, right? Do I really want to be the person they come to when they're sick, when it's too late? And as I kept thinking about those things, finally, the week before I was supposed to apply to schools, I decided, no, I don't want to do that. I want to help people, and I can do so much more if I can help them prevent those things, prevent those appointments, prevent having to take the medications that just treat the symptom, but not the cause, not the problem, right? I want to be somebody that can help them correct those lifestyle behaviors to avoid the lifestyle diseases, right? And so, luckily, I found Unicity. They were trying to develop this program. I got to jump on and use some of the things that I've learned in my experience with my coursework in school and my coaching experience. I've got about 10 years coaching experience in the coaching industry, 5 of which, again, is here with Unicity. So I was able to use those things to help develop what we've got today, and it really, really, truly is an incredible thing. Right? So with what I get to do, working with so many different people to help them reach their goals, and to work with coaches that work with thousands of people across the globe, I really get to live out that dream every single day. And it's an incredible thing when somebody does choose, kind of like Darlene said, to say yes to their life, to their health, to their happiness and to take control. And so tonight, that's really what we're here to do is celebrate people that have done that, right? There's like Doug had mentioned, this is the first time we've been out to this side of Canada ever. This is my first time in Canada ever. It doesn't matter where, right? This is my first time here and our first time on this side. We're so excited because there's such a good group of people here that are really trying to do the same thing. I mean, that have that same goal to help people really reach their potential and live a healthy, happy life. So we're so excited about the group here. This is really an up-and-coming group, and there's so many lives that are being touched. As we've ran into people over the past few days, it's been a really neat experience to see that. And so I want to bring up a few people who have had the chance to do this, who have made the choice to go through this program, to work with a coach, to use these products, and have them kind of share a little bit of their story. So can we first bring up Alyssa? She's super excited. Don't come up too quick. How you doing? You excited to be up here? You love this, right? I actually talked to her earlier today and mentioned that she was going to come up front, and I asked her how excited she was. She said, I hate being in front of you. So I've got to give her a hard time, but there's a good reason that you're up here, right? You yourself have done the transformation program, right? Okay, how long ago was that? Okay, so very, very recently. Why? Why did you do that? You're young, you look healthy.
Well, I mean, I've always been a small person. I've never been
Okay.
And to learn about nutrition.
How badly?
Like, I'll take out everything.
Take out every single day, and so I would assume. I mean, this was probably super hard then. Yeah, if you were eating out every single day, I mean, was it a huge, extremely difficult adjustment?
Yeah, the first week I was really
So the first week you were cranky, but after that, all the things that they taught you, was it hard to implement? Was it simpler than you thought?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your coach.
Oh, she was awesome. She basically told me that I could eat basically whatever I wanted, just more on the healthier side. And when it came to exercise, she basically told me what to do at the gym, which is kind of why I joined it, because I didn't know what I was doing. I just went and looked at the pictures.
So tell us a little bit about what you were able to achieve during your 12 weeks on transformation. What were the results that you saw?
Well, I mean, I have a flatter stomach, and I kind of wanted, like every girl does, better legs and better other areas. So that's what I got.
So you wanted to have the lumps, but in all the right places. I get what you're saying. Great. And so, I mean, obviously we can all see how great Alyssa looks and how well she's done, and I think that she deserves another round of applause for all the effort. So the other night, last night actually, we had the chance to go and sit in and watch a boxing class, and Matt was there, so we got to watch this guy, and I definitely wouldn't want to get in the ring with it. Have you always been that healthy, fit, able to go 1,000,000 miles an hour like we saw last night?
No, I never started boxing until I was 27. It was my first sport.
Yeah. So as you got into these things and so on, I mean, you went through this 12-week transformation for what?
I had a really big belly that I had gained over the last 10 years or so. If Ryan wasn't, I did it at the same time as Ryan because I don't think I would have done it if it was just by myself.
Yeah, so having that support.
Yeah.
And friends and here really helped.
Yeah.
That's great. And I don't see the big belly, so what happened for you? I mean, maybe off the top of your head, what were some of the things you were able to achieve? Weight loss or inches lost?
Yeah, I lost 31 pounds, 10 inches off my belly.
Wow.
In 12 weeks. My biggest obstacle, I guess, would have been I drank about 7 or 8 beer every day for the last 10 years, so that didn't fit the program. So I knew it wouldn't, so I stopped that a couple weeks before, and I thought it would actually be hard, but it turned out it was just kind of a thing I did like it was just a habit, so it wasn't a problem. But I didn't realize I'd been in a pretty deep fog for about 10 years, and it was just gone. So,
Really?
but the 10 inches off my belly is my favorite part.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Well, the 7 or 8 beers a day.
Yeah.
That might explain that fog a little bit too.
Yeah, well,
Enough so that you didn't know you had it, right?
Yeah. Well, you mentioned how you really needed the support, and you got that from Ryan, your friend, right?
Yeah.
But I would assume you also had the coach.
Yeah,
right?
The coach was really important, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was your coach?
It was Matt.
Matt Rittman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, tell a little bit about that. What was that like to have somebody? I mean,
so every week I had a half-hour phone call that I very much looked forward to, except at the beginning. Because, he could see everything I ate and all the exercise I did as long as I was honest, right? And I always was. Almost always. But, so every week we talked about something different, like sleep or carbs or protein, or just every week I'd learn something new that I'd be able to apply, but it was stuff just for me. Like, it's not stuff you can just look up and read and do. It was for me and my body and my activity.
great. So, what's the biggest difference between the Matt of 3-4 months ago and the Matt now?
The belly.
How has that changed your day-to-day life to not have? I mean, you probably had to get some smaller pants.
I did. I had to buy
Right?
all new clothes. Yep.
But what else? I mean, how has that really changed your day-to-day life?
More girls?
I just feel better that I look better. I think that's the biggie.
Self-confidence, and that's something I think that everybody deserves. That feel good about themselves. So, well, you look awesome. You've done an excellent job. Thank you for coming and sharing your story with us tonight.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Didn't even realize. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing great.
A little
Yourself?
surprised.
Yeah, a little bit. But...
Well, why don't you tell us? You look like you're a thin, fit guy, right? So, what was your reasoning for doing the program?
A little bit like Matt. I had a bit of a gut going, starting new anyways, from heavy drinking. Yeah, heavy drinking for a few years. Actually ended up in the hospital one morning. Woke up, didn't know that I was there, so that was pretty scary. So I started moderately drinking, but it wasn't really enough, and actually part of my problem, went to the bars every weekend, and I seen Ryan at O'Leary's one night, and I was talking to him, and he was like, oh, it'd be nice to get to the club, and he was telling me how he was a coach now, and he started saying, hey, well, I'm going to have a seminar here at my house about this product, and so I got in there and seen how it really caught my eye and my attention, so I thought I'd give it a go.
So what was it that made you that night say, yeah, this is it, I got to do this?
Oh, well, definitely a lot of, all the success stories, and also close to home success stories with Matt and Ryan and Melissa, and just all that, and also how the products, how specific they're talking about the products and how they worked and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, you look good. I don't see any gut at all there now, right? How about, I heard somebody say something, there's got to be a benefit with the ladies a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Turning some heads.
See? That's what we do this for, is the smile on his face.
Definitely been a lot happier too. Yeah, that's been going on a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And that really is the biggest reason to do this,
Yeah.
Matt mentioned self-confidence. You mentioned feeling happier. I mean, that's what we all deserve, and that's what happens when you take care of yourself, right? So,
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Brandon, for coming and sharing your story with us tonight.